Like I said, Python is gained a lot of popularity, even in the case of artificial intelligence. So now let us see how we can use the Python as we slicer a visual. Okay, we have something called py. You click on it here. The moment when you click on the Python visual, it get displayed here. Unlike other visual, in the case of Python visual, just beneath that you can see the Python script editor. Okay, so here what I do is I randomly select some value and put it here to activate this one. Okay, so I'm going to select some value here. So to activate this, now it got activated. I'm going to press enter. Now I'm going to use some packages that are available as part of Python. So it's all open source packages. Import, for example, I have something called Cborn. This is the package. I'm going to import it. That is available as part of Python. Okay, that is not specific to Power BI. Okay, and I'm going to give some alias for this SNS and import matplotlib dot pyplot as plt. And next one is for example you have the data frame df. So in this cborn library we have something called tips dataset is available. Okay, load underscore dataset. This is a function that is available as part of the cborn package. As part of this package, demo data called tips is already available. And now what I do is SNS. SNS stands for cborn. It's the alias name for cborn, which I declared it here, right? So which I declared it SNS. SNS dot bar plot. I'm going to say bar plot x equal to time, and for example y is equal x-axis. I plot the time and how much tips got by received by the bearers. Total bill, and comma, we need to sell the data frame. What is the data set? Which data set has these two columns? DF, data frame. Okay, I'm going to press enter. Okay, and the next one is plt.show. So there are two packages I have used it. One is the cborn package, the other one is the matplotlib pyplot. Okay, and these are the demo data set that is available as part of the SNS itself. And in this data set I just specified the time column as the x-axis and then total bill as the y-axis. And here in this case you need to specify the data set name also. Okay, and now if I click on the record icon here, can you all see it here? This sorry, the play button kind of thing, right? If you click on it, this one will get executed. One second. Look here, it is loading it here. It takes time. It take time to generate the chart. It's a bar plot. It is going to generate a bar plot. Let's wait for a few seconds. So I'm going to click on the drop down here so that it will get minimized. Since it is loading it, it is not duplicate rows will be removed from the data. Okay, fine. This is pretty simple, the Python visual. And next one is the see, sometimes the data is available in your Python or already they have used the Python, which is your customer. In that kind of situation, they tell you, hey, everything is available already. Okay, why don't you reuse the same thing? Why you need to create the visuals again and again, right? So in that kind of situation, this is helpful. Okay, let me do one thing. I'll just remove the comments, everything. Import cborn as CSNS and matplotlib.pyplot as plt. Load underscore dataset. Correct. Here I use the tips. I think because of double quote. So we're getting some error. What is the error? It's quite new one. Total bill, end of line. Okay, okay. Somewhere the quote is missing here. Okay, here I use the double quote. Look here, that is the problem. Here, this is not at all required. That is why it is caused problem. Whenever you see UOL kind of error in Python, right? That means somewhere use double quote or single quote, but you did not end the double quote or single quote. When you start with double quote, you end with double quote, isn't it? If you don't do it, look here now the chart is ready. I'm going to minimize this, and you can increase the size of it. Lunchtime compared to lunchtime, dinner time, they got more tips. That is what we can see here. That's all. And you can plot other visuals also here. But when you click on it here, it'll, this one will get activated. That's all. This is your Python visual. Okay. And the next one is, what is the next thing? Filters. Filters in Power BI. This is also an important topic. Filter is a feature in Power BI where only selected data are shown on visual page or report. With filter, you can apply the visual level. Also, you can apply the filter, page level, report level. Across the report, also you can apply the filters. So different types of filters are available: visual level filter, page level, all pages. And apart from this, we have something called drill through filter. Drill through filter will take a look at it later point in time. But first three types of filters are very specific to the filter pane. So can you all see it on the just next to the visualizations pane? We can see the filters pane here. You just click on it here, and here what I do is I just go back to the previous page. In this case, I make sure that I clear all the slicers values, all the filters that I applied it using the slicer. And here we already have some values here. So what I do is I just select this visual. Okay, now I click on the empty space. And if you notice here, there are only two options are available: filters on this page, filters on all pages. But if you see, when I click on this visual, filters on this visual option will get enabled here. That is specific to a visual. Okay, I selected this visual. Now we can see that filters on this visual. This one got included. In this visual, what are the columns that I used? It segment and total profit, right? So that is the one is showing here. And here, if I want to, okay, so what I do is in this case, I'm going to remove the segment. Instead, I will put the region here. I'll put the region here. So we can see that the region wise sales. So now I just go here, filters on this visual. Only when you select a visual, this option will get enabled. Filters on this visual option will get enabled. Don't forget this, okay? So in this visual, what are the columns that you region and sum of profit? So now I just click on the drop down here. Don't show me all the regions. Show me only the Africa or any specific country alone. If you want to apply the filter, you can apply it. Visual level. Rest of the visuals, if you see, it is not getting affected. Only this visual is getting affected. And Caribbean. This is called your visual level filter. The another advantage of the visual level filter is, okay, and the filter pane is, you will find something called filter type, and here you will find when you click on the drop down, you'll find basic, advanced filtering, and top end. So what we have seen is the basic filtering. You can select any specific region. That specific region, whatever you selected, that filter will get applied on this visual alone. Is there any way that I can apply it on all the visuals? That is also possible. But unlike the slicer, using filter, you can apply a filter specific visual itself. Okay, fine. So in the filter type, we can see the basic filtering, advanced filtering, and top end. I'm going to click on the top end, and here top and bottom also available. Top, let's say I want to see top five regions. I want to see the top five regions. By what? By what value? I want to see the top region by profit. I just drag and drop it here. Sum of profit. I'm going to apply the filter now. Now it shows the top five regions, 3, 4, 5, with respect to profit, right? So top five regions with profit, you can see. So using the filters also, you can find top five. And if you want to see the bottom five, select the bottom five. So bottom five, apply filter. Make sure that you are clicking on the apply filter. You can see Canada, the profitability is very less, and Caribbean is not good. But yeah, these are the regions very bad. But here it is really good, but still 37%, 27 per 37%. But when I select top five, and again I'm going to apply the filter, and okay, now we can see that the central region 32.71%. No, is it supplied or not? Top five summer profit. It got applied, right? Yeah, Central Asia only it shows 14.33, 14.81. Let me do one thing. I'll just select bottom five. Yeah, here 37.48 and 27.93. Region EMEA, East. Okay, and then top five, if I select this and apply filter, yeah, the central region, we can see that 32.71%, 20.24, and 17.91 percentage, and 14.81, 14.33. But whereas with bottom five, we were able to see 7.3 and all, right? So 12.41 is there, but here surprisingly 37.48 is shown as bottom five. Why? There is something wrong here. If you want to clear the filter, you can click on this eraser icon. Now you can see everything here. But with this itself, we can make out quickly in the central region, the sale is more. Okay, some of the profit is more here. So in this visual, I have used only the profit, right? Region and profit. And central region is good, and north Asia is also bigger slice. And these are the slices, the EMEA, right? So 4 point EMEA. Okay. So out of the total thing, right? So it shows. See, as per this, which one? Okay, so in that case, for example, in this case, better we will use clustered columns, right? Because it is misleading us, right? And if you see EMEA, 4.2 percentage. So, so when it comes to pie chart or donut chart, we can compare part to whole relationship, right? We can compare part to whole relationship. So in this case, compared to all the regions, the EMEA's profitability is very, very less, 4.2. But the rule is when you add all these percentage, it should sum up to 1. That is the rule, 100%, right? But here, when you apply top 5 or bottom 5, what happens? Within that selected top 5 or top 10, or what we'll do is top 10. We'll put select top 10 with respect to profit. Apply filter. So now it will add all the percentages. So now if you see EMEA, 4.44. But that's what. So when you select 10, right? But when you select less value here, you need to be cautious, especially when you use donut chart and all. Even we got confused, right? It was showing 34 percentage and all. Okay. So we are not supposed to go by the percentage. In that kind of situation, to look for the value. Better you can select the column chart or so to view this one. Yeah. So top 10. In that kind of situation, it was misleading us. If you want to compare the categories side by side, this is the best way to do that. So you can apply top 10, and now let us do the bottom 10. the South region, Central Asia, right? This is the one tops the list in the case of bottom performing. Okay, sorry, the 15,000, but here 1,29,000. Okay, 1 lakh starting from 1,29,000, but up to 15,000 to, well, in this kind of situation, we need to sort this in ascending order. You are very particular about this one. Canada, and which one is the bottom for bottom 10, which one tops? Canada better will discontinue the business in these three regions immediately. You can make the decision immediately by sorting it in ascending order. Okay, and descending order, so if you see in the ascending, but still south is good, right? And let us compare the top now. We can see that central is to like the from the bottom 58,000 to 20. So with visual level, not only the visual level filter, page level across pages, you can find out top 5, top 10 and all. And apart from this, there is another filter type called contain advanced filtering. Okay, here you will find content. So supposing you want to select based on some condition, and various city, country, United States, and New York. Only if you want to say it, you can use this kind of thing. Okay, this is this you can use it. See, usually the filters pane we don't use it much. We try to implement all the logic here itself. Okay, so now you understood, the filters on this visual. And apart from this, for example, if I unselect it here, we are left with only these two filters on this page. Add data region, same thing. For example, if I select the region and if I drop it here, if I select Africa and Canada, all the visuals are getting changed, right? All the visuals are getting changed. So that is what your page level filter, like slicer, how it works the same way. Okay, slicer, when you apply when you select a specific value, it applies all the visuals in the same page. The same thing is here. And filters on all pages, supposing you want to apply the whatever the filters that you applied, the same thing should be applied across all the pages in your report. That is also possible. For example, here I just select the region and drop it here. And so it not only applies the filters in this page, and if you go to any other previous page, here also it shows, look here, Africa, Caribbean, Central, only that region it get applied. Okay, that is what we can see it here. And I'm going to, we can see something like negative values also here. Did I select anything negative? No. Yeah, negative values are there, profitability in the data set itself. So with that, we can make out clearly there are some negative values also here. Okay. Okay, so now we understood in the filters pane, we can apply the filters to, sorry, not this one. I was looking at something else, right? I was showing some, yeah. So we have visual level filter and filters on this page, and whatever the filters that you apply, that will get applied only to this entire page. But when you use filters on all pages, what are the filters that you applied here, that one will get applied across all the pages. This one is not visible. One second. The scroll bar is not at all appearing here. Oh, okay, I think I did it here. Okay, cool. So now we understood what is filters. Using yeah, in the case of filters, we have three options: visual level filter, filters on the page level, and across pages. You can apply the filters. That is the difference between slicer and filter. Okay, slicer is on canvas, whereas the filter is the filter is available. You can apply the filter using the filter pane, but the report users, the end users, they do not know how to use this one. Okay, they do not know the ABCs of Power BI. Maybe they know little level, but they do not know these options and all. Hence, slicer is the best option compared to the filters. Though we can find out, it enables us to find out the top 10 customers or top 10 regions in terms of sales or profit. and you can apply the basic and advanced filtering. Everything is available. Still, it is meant for developers, and for the end users, the report users, the slices are the best option. Okay, you can enable the report users to interact with the report by with the help of the slices, by selecting the values that whichever value they wanted, they can select it and they can play around the visual. Okay, not much difference, right? But here the disadvantage we discussed already, slicer. Okay, and with filters, yes, the person should know the technical part, otherwise you cannot apply it. There are three types of filters that are available, that also we discussed it.